This is the Royal Palace in Madrid. On this site, earlier, there had been the Alcázar. Now, the Alcázar was bothered from the very beginning by strange apparitions. Once in the 17th century, a burning globe came from east to west and hovered over the palace for 5 or 10 minutes before disappearing into the sky. On Christmas Eve in 1734, a fire broke out in the lower part of the palace. The servants quickly rushed to the upper part of the palace to save the paintings. There was nothing to do but take those paintings and throw them out of the first floor windows. These are the same paintings that you can see in the Prado today. With the palace burned down in ruins, the new dynasty, the Bourbons from France, wanted to make a new palace, something splendid, something neoclassical and entirely un-Spanish. The construction workers in charge of building it began to see things. They would complain, especially in the evening or at night, that there were objects moving up and down the facade. One day, a workman was on a platform, an elevated platform, putting stones into the facade. Now, somebody was handing him the stones, and he didn't know who it was. He looked, and he saw something that wasn't really human. It had the face of an old woman, but it wasn't human at all. He was shocked, and in his surprise, he fell backwards off the platform and landed on the ground. Before he died, he was able to tell people what had happened to him. Philip V ordered an exorcism for the entire building. The Archbishop came from Toledo, and the Bishop of Alcalá de Henares was also here. And they exorcised the entire building and every one of the construction workers who had been working on it. The Queen, Isabel de Farnesio, she kept having nightmares. She had very, very bad dreams night after night in which she was in front of the palace and there was an earthquake and all of the statues on the cornice of the palace would fall on her. And then she would wake up. This happened night after night after night. The Queen was able to persuade her husband not to put those statues up on the edge of the building. And here you have them today. Half are in the Plaza de Oriente. The other half are in the Retiro. They always surprise people because they look badly sculpted. But they're not badly sculpted. They're meant to be seen from below. The perspective that you're meant to look at them makes them different. Some of them, after Isabel died, some of them were put on the facade of the palace. But most of them are here today at ground level where we can appreciate them.